welcome Shyamali and so অকমান যদি তোমাৰ কথা তোমাৰ পিনে পৰা জানো আমাৰ বহুত ভাল লাগিব।
Speaking about myself, yeah, I would like to introduce myself as an artist at the first place. And for a living, we must earn. So for a living, I also work as an art educator, which of course I love to do. And my journey began since childhood. I was very fond of all these creative activities. And the situation in which I grew up, like the environment in which I grew up, that also played a very important role in shaping up my personality. I grew up in an Air Force station, and in that area, we had a mix of cultures. So we had the opportunity to experience and feel from very close range about the other cultures of different states, different religions, and different walks of life. So, and we had a lot of freedom, means there was boundless freedom. So there was no one that could stop us from doing certain things. So we had all the experiments that we could do with ourselves and with our that whatever sources were available all around. So I had a very free childhood, and I had the freedom to learn from nature. So and since সৰুৰে পৰাই মই আৰ্টৰ প্ৰতি খুব বেছি ইণ্টাৰেষ্টেড আছিলোঁ, but at that time I did not know that there is an art college, means that one could study art. That was not known to me until I once suddenly saw an advertisement in the newspaper regarding admissions in the Government College of Art, and so that inspired me to try my luck, and by luck I got the admission. And I completed my graduation and with specialization in printmaking. And after that, I remained a freelance artist for a long period. And only about 10 years back, I have joined the Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan as an
changes
artist.
or what is art-based learning as per NEP?
Educated learning has played a very important role in the learning process of a child from the beginning only. But now the change that we see in the new education policy that has been implemented from the year 2020, that it has been made an integral part of the entire learning process, and it has made a part of the pedagogy. Means after a lot of extensive research and discussions with the various experts, the experts have come to the conclusion that if the learning is based on art, by art we do not mean only the visual arts, but all the other arts that I will be talking about later. So if we involve the child to learn through the visual mediums or the creative mediums, then the learning becomes more enjoyable, and we are able to reach to the children in a better way, and the children are also able to accept things in a better way, understand things in a better way, and they remember the concepts also in a better way. Art integrated learning is a teaching learning model which is based on learning through the arts and with the arts. It is a process where art becomes the medium of teaching learning, a key to understanding concepts within any subject of the curriculum. So in short, that is what we mean by art integrated learning. And it has a lot of sub-themes, and it has a lot of explanations which the teacher can utilize to deliver his concepts. According to some studies, and there's some evidences are cited as for the possible results of learning through the arts, like arts and the disadvantaged groups. So it can be very beneficial for the disadvantaged groups who have other problems in learning, like they do not have the proper environment, maybe they do not have the proper infrastructure, where the art can come to the rescue. So when we talk about the socio-emotional development, we see that because of the integration of thinking and feeling, the creative art therapies offer an opportunity to positively affect social, emotional, and academic behavior.
What, according to you, are these changes that are going to be implemented in terms of, like, obviously art and craft?
Yeah, that is actually a little bit different from the art integrated learning. When we speak about what you are going to ask, that is the inclusion of vocational subjects that is to
Okay.
be introduced from the class 8 standard at creating vocational things like they are maybe someone is very good in craft works or someone is good in music or any instruments. So but in the school environment we do not give much importance to those students, and we want all of them to study well in the classroom and follow the textbooks and do well in the examination that is conducted. And this is the change that the new education policy has brought. Like if a student has his interest in the various vocational subjects, then he or she may opt for it. In fact, it has been made compulsory, I think, that a student has to opt for a vocational subject of his
Yes.
interest.
Yes.
And they have given a lot of other areas also. Means every school may not be having the required facilities for providing all the subjects, but still they have come up with different ideas like collaborating with nearby schools or nearby establishments so that they can be given the exposure and they can be encouraged to choose a different profession other than studying in the studying with the main school. Yeah, of course, it is a good change. In fact, we have always felt the requirement for this change, and it was always there. The requirement was always there, and we see that this will be able to channelize the children, who are going to be the future of our country, the future citizens, right at the right age, means the right age of their learning, their growth. Otherwise, when they grow up, means they do not know where to go, what to do. Most of the students are, they are not in the right path.
Yes.
I mean, look at Haley Kuthiadiu. So all may not be having the same potential. So that we have to understand. We have to accept that. We have to make the parents also accept that, because the parents also wish that their child should also excel in the areas that the bright students also bright. I don't mean to say bright, but other students also excelling. So all the parents also wants to make the child what the neighbor students are becoming. So we should give them an opportunity to choose for themselves.
How do you like মানে কাবাৰ যদি এটা career start কৰিব আছে, but they don't know, মানে they do not understand, because it always boils down to earning the bread and butter.
Yes.
সেইটো সদায় থাকিব মানুহৰ, এই প্ৰবলেমটো সদায় আছে, বা that has to be taken care of. So apart from that, I mean, why don't we encourage? So how do we change about that concept?
The parents must, they actually concerned about the future of their child. Okay. And so parents ko tamne his safety feeling to lagibo that our child is safe. Means whatever field he is going to, his future is safe. Okay, he can at least stand on his own. So আমি দেখো যে মই art school আসলে কথা কৈছো, when they're tiny dots, like in the primary stage, but art is a natural instinct. Okay, আমি দেখো যে প্ৰত্যেকটো সৰু ল'ৰা ছোৱালীয়ে ছবি আঁকি ভাল পায়, নাচি ভাল পায়, গান গাই ভাল পায়, may not be in tune, but they enjoy. Okay, this is something they like to do, and that is art. Okay, that is expressing herself or himself. That is art. That can be art in a creative way. So যেতিয়া এটা বাচ্চাক এখন স্কুলত দিয়া হয়, art স্কুলতে ধৰি লৈছো দিয়া হ'ল, he enjoys and he does very well, and the parents are also very proud. লাহে লাহে বাচ্চাটো যেতিয়া ক্লাছ 8 মানত আহে, 9 মানত আহে, okay, and the child এটা মানে ভাল ষ্টেজত আহি যায়, এটা ভাল মানে according to the teacher, যে এটা ভাল হাত হৈ গৈছে. At that moment, the parents retrieve them. Okay, because they think that that is disturbing his growth as a general student. Okay, because বাচ্চাটো যেতিয়া ইণ্টাৰেষ্ট বেছি হৈ যায় এইবিলাকত, তেওঁ পেৰেণ্টছে ভয় খায় যে ইয়াত ইণ্টাৰেষ্ট হয় বুলি নপঢ়িব. তো আমি নিজৰ হাততো দেখিছোঁ যে বহুত বাচ্চাক তেনেকৈ আঁতৰাই লৈ যায়. বহুত বাচ্চাক আমি এনকাৰেজ কৰোঁ, যেতিয়া আমি দেখোঁ যে অকণমান এক্সেপশ্যনেল এটা টেলেণ্ট দেখিছোঁ. কিন্তু ডাঙৰ হৈ অহাৰ লগে লগে ক্লাছ 10 মান পালেতো আমাৰ তাৰমানে ক'বলৈ তাৰমানে অকণমান হেজিটেশ্যনেই হৈ যায় পেৰেণ্টছক, যে এইটো বাচ্চাক আপুনি এনেকুৱা ক্ৰিয়েটিভ লাইনত আপুনি আগবঢ়াব পাৰে. তো সেইটো এটা পেৰেণ্টছৰ তাৰমানে পেৰেণ্টছৰ এক্সপেক্টেশ্যনছ থাকে. So for that, we cannot do anything. Okay, we can only encourage. But since the government has taken up the initiatives this year, from this time, so we are expecting a change in the attitude of the people also. Because since government has taken the initiative, so they are sure to create areas where they can be absorbed, where they can stand upon their own. So that hetu hole he manhor confidence bahibo, and they will be able to take up more boldly this field of encouraging the different art integrated learnings and the vocational courses also. And we hope that the government will be setting up such institutes and to encourage the students as well as to make them confident of the subjects they choose, confident in terms of career options. Yeah.
Okay. So is it going to be different in different boards like ICSE, CBSE, IGCSE, Amar Seva board, or all other state boards in other states? So is this going to be different in different boards, or it's going to be the same?
According to me, it should be the same. Actually, new education policy is not meant for any board. Like CBSE board, they have implemented the new education policy in their school. So the other boards are also expected to do the same. So slowly, maybe with the growth of their infrastructures also, they will be able to implement. And the training of the teachers is also very important. The teachers need to be trained well so that the whole thing is implemented well. So I hope in future all the schools, all the boards will be taking up these guidelines of the.
We can have a lot of exchange of cultural exchange between states and different states, or even like universally. There be a cultural exchange, or for that matter art exchange for that matter, within states এনেকুৱা কিবা হ'ব পাৰে নেকি?
Level of my knowledge, my level is restricted to the school level. Okay. So on going by that note, so I would like to say that the government already has implemented the concept of Ek Bharat Shresh Bharat. Okay. And under that project, project, we get to learn about a different states. Means all the states of India are paired. Like Assam is paired with Rajasthan for a few years. And before also, we had the pairing with Madhya Pradesh. And once we were paired with Andaman. And like that, we are paired with our state as well as our country also. Every year. And under that Ek Bharat Shresh Bharat, lots of activities are done, which is as you have spoken, which is more in the line of the exchange programs. Like our state students get to learn about the state of the paired state, their arts and cultures, their customs, traditions, then their dance, music, and competitions are also held in this note. And these competitions are regional level, then they go for national level, then they go for the further levels also. The winners go for the further levels. So in this regard also lots of work has been done. So students get a lot of exposure. They even maintain a notebook, a scrapbook. They learn the languages also nowadays for the paired state. Yes. So we have a calendar of activities for that. That calendar is meant for the whole year. So a lot of activities. Yes.
Okay. And also I want to know, Etia at this moment, the change is huge. So how do you think this is going to look in 5 years down the line?
The way we have studied all the new changes, that we have been getting training through the Nishtha courses. So 5 years down the lane, there will be a lot of change. Like first, we have to accept the change. Some teachers, like the new teachers are okay, but the teachers who are quite experienced, like 30 years experienced teachers, তেওঁলোকে অলপ সময় লয়, তেওঁলোকৰ অলপ সময় লাগে চেঞ্জটো একচেপ্ট কৰিবলৈ, because they have been doing it in the traditional way all these years.
Yes.
So তেওঁলোকৰ অকমান বস্তুখিনি একচেপ্ট কৰিবলৈ দিগদাৰো
Hmm.
হৈ যায়. But we are hopeful, we are positive that after 5 years, especially the new entrants, like the primary students, they will be highly benefited.
So I would like to thank you. বহুত ভাল লাগিলে তোমাৰ লগত কথা পাতি. It was really a pleasure learning so many things which
So much once again the team energy